Welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm Janelle Broderick. Ellicott City artist Nicole Parker recently mounted a solo exhibition in the Rouse Company Foundation Gallery. Entitled Places Called Home, the exhibit is somewhat of a homecoming for Parker, who attended HCC in her teens and graduated from the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts this past May. Homeschooled for her primary years, Parker enrolled at HCC and studied with retired chair of visual arts Jim Adkins.
I definitely wanted to pursue art at a higher level, and it was hard to do that within the homeschool community because there just weren't a ton of opportunities for it. So actually, when I first started going here, I spoke to Jim Adkins, who was the head of the visual arts department at the time, and he sort of introduced me to the curriculum and advised which courses I should take.
Parker values the technical skills she learned from HCC faculty member Peter Collier.
I think technical skills as an artist are really important because without those, even if you have sort of conceptual goals in the future, it's hard to realize those without the technical toolbox that you need.
Parker's focus on technique continues to inform her artwork.
After a while, I realized that my technical process was very much kind of part of the concept. Like there's a lot of, I don't know, I tend to do a lot of kind of strategic layering of colors over each other to create, certain effects.
Another major theme in Parker's work is light.
I think that's actually something that I became really, really kind of fascinated with, just in general. Like later in my practice, just the quality of different types of light. Like I think, incandescent light versus natural light versus fluorescent or, what have you, they all kind of create different environments that are very distinct.
For this exhibition, Parker created a collection of oil paintings, including landscapes and cityscapes. The stark contrast between rural and city life reflects her personal experience.
I grew up in Howard County, and then like Center City, Philadelphia for college, and then now I'm back in Howard County again. So I think that kind of jumping back and forth was, it makes you feel displaced in a way, and it takes a lot of adjusting, and I think that sort of feeling of being uprooted is definitely something that I was trying to touch on in the show, and definitely most of the imagery is divided between either like a rural landscape or an urban landscape, and I think that dichotomy is something that I wanted to emphasize a lot.
While the specific locations Parker depicts may not be recognizable to patrons, there is a familiarity about her work that she hopes each viewer will connect to in some way.
The really beautiful thing about art is that not everyone comes at it from the same angle. So I definitely think that once a piece sort of comes out of my studio, then my interpretation is not necessarily the only one that matters anymore, especially because, I don't know, I try to deal with subjects that are, have an aspect of universality some way.
Parker's fascination with light and color is apparent in her painting Broad and Race. The cityscape exemplifies her technical prowess in capturing natural and artificial light in an urban setting.
Yeah, that was actually the view outside of my studio window at the Pennsylvania Academy, the college that I went to. And most of these, some of it is from, I like to try to work from life as much as possible, but sometimes that's difficult because often I like to work on a larger scale.
While her images are strikingly realistic, Parker intentionally works partially from memory to convey the essence of a location as she remembers it.
One of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is just the way that I work in general is kind of like from memory and observation in tandem. Like it's not necessarily directly observational, but not entirely invented either.
Along with her solo exhibition, Parker was invited to give an artist lecture in Montebarro Recital Hall, where she discussed her color palette and creative process with HCC faculty and students. In a truly full-circle experience, she's grateful for the opportunity to show her work and inspire future artists.
I think it's really exciting and meaningful for me to be able to be here and see something that do something that I saw so many people do myself as a student, and to look up to those people, and then, yeah, it's exciting. It's a good feeling.
For more information on Nicole Parker and the Horowitz Center Galleries, visit howardcc.edu/galleries. I'm Janelle Broderick for In the Spotlight. See you next time.